Blessed to be with you, sir. Good evening, good turnout. Some jokes on the mic, sharing some stories. It's always nice, though, to touch base with people that have supported you throughout your career, right?
Yeah, definitely. When Otis asked me to do it, I said yeah, but I didn't expect such a big turnout. Nah, because look, you just don't know. I think everyone looks at me as, a man that can connect with the people, but you still don't expect such a big turnout. So it's been a special evening.
There's a lot of love out here for you, King,
Yeah.
man. I'm surprised that you're surprised, to be honest with you, but that speaks to your humility and your humbleness. Same throughout your career. Talk about that for a minute. I want you to think about a moment that you ain't shared tonight. Training ground incident, changing room incident that, left an indelible mark on you. But before you get that, because I know you probably have to think about that, what pearls of wisdom did Sir Alex Ferguson kind of give you during that little window that helped you throughout your career?
I think the most important thing, you always used to say enjoy it. Your football career don't last forever. When you're in it, of course it does, but in football, it goes so quickly. So I remember being in the dressing room, banter, whatever it may be, and by the time you look around, you're retired. So you're not around for a long time, put it that way.
What if you could change anything about your career, would you?
No, nothing at all. I think if I ever try to change anything about my career, I'd never been the player or the person that I am.
It's a new decade, right? So Liverpool look like they're going to win the title this year. So I want to get your thoughts on how good they are a team, and also can they go on to dominate, and how difficult is it to dominate? You would know about that.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are a very good team. I'm not going to sit here and try and fudge people about that. I think you watch them week in, week out. You watch them perform, you watch them win games, and you watch them play good football. As we always used to say, it's nice when you got boys up front that can score goals. And the boys at the back defend and keep clean sheets. You got half a chance. They lost it last season by 1 point, but they'll come back this season being really strong. They'll dominate the league. In terms of league domination, I'm not sure that can happen now. Right. I've got to be honest. I think Manchester City will be bitterly disappointed about their campaign so far this season. It's not over yet, but they'll be disappointed that it's worked the way it's worked. But on the flip side of that, I think next season they look to make themselves stronger. Chelsea, Manchester United will all look to get themselves strong come next season. But I'm talking about next season like this season's over. But
A lot of us are, though.
Yeah, but it's still a long way to go.
Of course. A lot of young players coming through, some exciting talent, people that would have learned from your generation about how to conduct themselves, maybe choices to take up. Who's exciting you out of that young talent, and has it changed in terms of the landscape from your point of view for a young player coming through now?
I think that they're all exciting. They've been given opportunities to show just how good they are, which is a good thing. I watch Championship football as well. There's a lot of good players in the Championship, so the good thing for me, they've been given the opportunity to go and play games. So I think the future's really bright for the English boys and really bright for the national team as well. So to pick one is difficult because if you look at the England team now, a lot of the players are still young themselves. That's a positive. That's a real positive, that.
There was a stage where young black players, there would have been a lot of pressure on them if they'd have got up to the England setup to stay there, to perform every game. Do you think that pressure's slightly changed? And what else about the landscape today has changed?
I think what's changed there, for me, finally, there's less pressure on the English players, Beforehand, every major tournament, everyone should talk about England winning it because they're England, because they have the Premier League. No. You can't win a competition because you're England or because you have the Premier League. So I think the pressure now has been lifted, and you can see the way England play, the players playing now. I think Gareth's done very well as well by integrating everyone. In my time playing, there was a lot of inter-team rivalry, Manchester United and Liverpool, but I think Gareth's done really well in that situation whereby that's not really happening now.
Racism. It's an issue in the game, unfortunately. What would you do to eradicate it? Big question.
What would I do? Well, I think we've touched on this fine thing. I think we've realised that the fine thing's not going to work because it's ridiculous. Now, if we're talking about, docking points and all those kind of things, then you see how quickly that thing stops. Okay. You really will, because ultimately, if teams start getting punished, trying to win the league or trying to stay in the league or whatever it is, everyone will clean up their act then.
You got a book coming, Andy? What's in it?
What's in it?
What are you divulging?
I'm just talking about obviously my footballing career, what I've done in my career, and you know I've been fortunate to achieve a few things. But I think it's a case of saying a thank you to a lot of people as well. Obviously, mum, dad, sisters, brother. I mean, cousins, nephews, or whatever it may be. But I've been very, very fortunate. I've had a career that I could only have dreamt of.
I know you want to go and get a drink. So my last question is, if you could have played with anybody in particular on a dream team or anything like that, who would it have been and why?
Well, I played against some great players. I played against some. I think Messi. I love him. You know, I think when the big man blesses you with the talent, and he's been blessed with the talent, and the way he plays football, man, he's special.
So it's a silly question then, Ronaldo or Messi for you?
Look, they're both talented players, but I just
pick one.
Football. I love the way he plays football.
Thanks for your time, brother. Appreciate it, and blessings for tonight.